Okay, 5 minutes. That's right, I'm going back to the 5 minute model. Why? Because one, nobody's watching. Two, anybody that is watching probably can't handle. Got that loud air purifier on in the background. I don't even know if that actually gets picked up by the microphone, but I could hear it and it's annoying. Two, 5 minutes, I think, is all anybody really wants to hear me speak every day. So let's go back to the 5 minute model and let's try again. And if you're wondering why I'm kind of all over the place, I'm like, no, let's do 10 minutes. No, let's do 15 minutes. No, let's do no minutes. Let's not even follow the rule. And you're like, man, this guy, I've tuned in to like 2 of his 200 videos, and he's just all over the place. He doesn't know what he's doing. He doesn't know what he's talking about. You know what? You're right. I don't. And what I am actually doing is I'm figuring it out. I do believe that most of us don't know what we're doing until we figure it out. And how do you figure it out? You figure it out by doing, by trying different things, seeing what works, seeing what doesn't. But you're not going to figure it out by not doing anything. I'm not. Anything that I feel like I've figured out in my life, which is not that many things, there are some things, but any of the things that I figured out are a result of doing, of trying so many different things and experimenting with different techniques and different approaches and different strategies. And a lot of them weren't the right ones or aren't the right ones. And that's still going on. It's not like I'm speaking from a place of like massive, brilliant success or something. I know who I am. I know what I've done, but that's just something that I've learned for myself, that, a project like this, I'm never going to really figure out the sweet spot with something like my own YouTube journal if I don't just go all over the place. Just imagine driving a car and just kind of exploring the neighborhood. Go down the side street, go up that weird hill. What might you find? You might find a dead end. You might find there's like nothing interesting there. But then and you can explore other routes. And eventually, if you've ever done this, driven a car around to explore, which I have, you find something interesting. That's how you do it. Not on Google Maps, not just ChatGPTing it. You get in your car and you drive around and you look for new places. And if you don't have a car, you do it on your feet. You walk around the town and you discover new places, or you ride around on your scooter or your motorcycle, or you fly around in your plane, or you fly around in your spaceship. I don't know, whatever you have. But that's actually, I believe, how it's done. At least that's how I feel like it's revealed itself to me personally. And so I guess I want to remind myself to go ahead and be free to apply that approach to this. So if I realize that, you know what, the 5 minute model was the right model, just set a timer, do 5 minutes of speaking, and just do that, then that's the right thing for me to do. And I can change my mind. I think one of the best pieces of advice is, it's early, okay? I've only had one cup of tea. One of the best pieces of advice my father gave to me when I was a young man was, don't be afraid to change your mind. I don't know where he got that from. That doesn't sound that deep, but you know what? I remember it, and I believe that it's true. Don't be afraid. I can't be afraid to change my mind. I can make a decision. I can change my mind. I can say yes, then I can change and say no. I can say no, I can change and say yes. I can change it to 15 minutes, and then I can change it to 5 minutes. And maybe in 2 or 3 episodes, I could change it back to 15 minutes if I wanted. Why? Because it's my show. And the time being, I can experiment, right? because nobody's watching, because I have this time and the freedom to figure things out. You know, if I had like 1 million subscribers and, like a pretty bougie sponsor, things might change. But for the time being, I'm going to predict the foreseeable future. That's not the case. Anyways, that's my 5 minutes. I'm sticking to it. It's a new day. It's a new year. Happy Monday.